what is Portalgate? Well, let me start by asking, how many of you here today use DeFi? Right, I assume most of us here do. And if you use DeFi long enough, you begin to realize that there isn't a product in the market that can break the on-chain link between your wallets in a compliant manner. You might ask, why would somebody need this right now? Well, let's say you're an investor allocating to a new project and don't want your investment to have a trail to your other wallets within your portfolio. Or you could be a business paying your employees in crypto, but realize these salaries can't be private if it's all from the same wallet address. You could be a DeFi fund where people start tracking your wallet to look at when you move in and out of new farms. These are all things that made us think, well, let's create a protocol that can obfuscate the on-chain link between your wallets and at the same time be compliant. So essentially what Portalgate is, we're a privacy-centric DeFi stack developing a compliant privacy solution that'll form the base for our longer-term roadmap of bringing dark pool trading to the industry. How do we do this? Well, we built a zero-knowledge compliance oracle that can verify your KYC off-chain through a third party, and then attest that your wallet is compliant. It uses a simple 1 or 0. Your off-chain data will have no link to your on-chain wallet. And then essentially, once your wallet is compliant, you can move through our privacy solution and break that on-chain link between your deposit and withdrawal wallet. In terms of the business model, we essentially make our revenue through transfers within our privacy solution, and that'll be in the range of 10 to 30 basis points. So yeah, that's the breakdown of how it works. In terms of where we are at this stage, we've launched our testnet. We're aiming to launch an ETH mainnet in Q3. We've raised around 1 million at a $15 million valuation. Most of our investors will be users of the protocol as well. Our focus is on serving the on-chain liquid funds market. We've got about 7 to 8 funds that are already on board as users and expect more down the line once we implement our dark pool. Before I close up, I'd like to show you a quick demo of our current testnet, which you're all welcome to try out after this as well. Let me share my screen. Perfect. I hope you guys can see that. So this is what our protocol looks like. This is the user dashboard. Essentially, what you'll see here in the corner, there's a yellow widget, which is essentially our compliance widget. You can give that a click and you can start onboarding. You can select a third party to verify through. You'll be directed off-chain, where you can select which document you'd like to KYC with, upload it, and wait for it to be accepted. Once that's been accepted, you can request your credentials on the platform. What this says is that it tags your wallet as compliant, and once your wallet is tagged as compliant, you're allowed to use the protocol. So essentially, to use our protocol, you can't use it from the back end or directly through the blockchain. You'll have to come through the UI, essentially keeping everything compliant on the platform. So right now, as we receive our credentials, you'll see this yellow widget turn to green, which means you're verified and you've got valid credentials. From here, we'll go to our wrapper. You'll select one of your native tokens and we'll wrap it into a KYC version of the asset. The reason for this, as I mentioned earlier, it's to prevent anyone from interacting directly with the backend and only keeping everything on our platform compliant. So this is a pretty straightforward. We wrap our USDT into something called KYC USDT. It's one-to-one redeemable. If you choose not to go through with the process, you can always unwrap it. And there's no risk of depeg. It's just stored in a smart contract, and essentially it prevents any collateral buildup as well. So yeah, as we wrap our tokens, as you can see, we've now got 10,000 KYC USDT, and we're ready to enter the portal. On the portal, we can select our KYC asset to deposit, can select the amount, approve the contract, and then move through the privacy solution. This part's pretty important because soon we're going to be prompted with a private note, which is essentially proof of our deposit. And you're going to need this private note when you withdraw on your new wallet. So essentially, this private note needs to be stored somewhere. You need to save it, and it's your responsibility. So there we go. There's the private note. We'll even prompt you to make sure that you've backed up the code yourself. Enter it there, and then you can send your deposit. You can approve that on MetaMask. And then that will go through. In the essence of time, I'll skip along. Yep, so our deposit's gone through. As you can see, there it is there a few seconds ago, and we can carry on with our withdrawal. So we can select withdraw, we can select the asset again, we can upload the private note, and we can select our new wallet address that we'd like to receive it to. So yeah, I'll change my wallet address to a new wallet and proceed to paste that address there. Now, the key part over here is it's pretty important to know that your withdrawal address as well needs to be compliant. So your withdrawal address as well will go through that same compliance process we did at the start. And then once it's tagged as compliant, you're allowed to withdraw to this address as well. So as I reiterated before, everything on this platform will remain compliant. And then we'll move through with the withdrawal. The proof will be generated. We'll move through. Takes a while because this is a bit heavy. Yep, so then once it's gone through, we can simply head back to the wrapper and unwrap our assets. And there we have USDT on our new withdrawal wallet without any on-chain link to our original wallet. And you've done that all compliantly.
This video is for informational purposes only. As we are building and updating features constantly, users should take care to do their own research when they use Portalgate.